The 13th annual Montclair Film Festival's closing night film, The Piano Lesson, was a bittersweet ending to this week's outstanding festivities. The film is a powerful adaptation of August Wilson's acclaimed play. Set in 1930s Pittsburgh, the story revolves around a brother and a sister at odds over the fate of a family heirloom, a piano, intricately carved with their ancestors' history. Malcom Washington directs the film and truly captures the tension and generational trauma embedded in the narrative, while the cast delivers captivating performances that bring Wilson's poetic dialogue to life. I even had the pleasure of interviewing Malcom. Here's what he had to say about the significance of the film in today's cultural climate and why he believes audiences are really going to connect with this adaptation.
I think it's important to always check in with yourself and with your ancestors to understand that you come from a long line of people who fought and sacrificed and made decisions that affect the life that you live today and gave space for you to live the life that you live today. So we should acknowledge that in some way.
After the film, Stephen Colbert came out on stage for a Q&A with Malcom and John David Washington, who stars as one of the very talented leads that make up the film's ensemble cast. Malcom incited how the film was dedicated to his mother, where he highlighted the through line of storytelling that has surrounded their family for so many generations and the continued need for storytelling in our society. And speaking of storytelling, his brother John David Washington also contributed quite a bit in the retelling of Wilson's thrilling period drama. So much so that this was actually his second time stepping into the iconic and notorious role of Boy Willie, one of the play's central antagonists. Here's what he had to say about stepping into the world once again, this time under the direction of his brother.
Drew, this is John David.
Nice to meet you, Andrew.
Andrew, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
It was a life-changing experience. I felt like it was my mission to do it on stage, and if I could survive that, if I can get from it what I wanted to, then I deserve to move on and almost step up to the next level, which was doing the film. And different responsibilities from stage to film, and, the one-to-one connection you have with the audience, the laughs you get right away, the quiet moments and them you feeling like you have them at the palm of your hands. At the same time, I was able in the film to focus on the behavior and what's going on internally, and listening would take a big factor. And I was excited at the prospect of what Malcom was going to bring to this story.
Washington's approach to the role was a massive testament to his humility, and of course the talent he possesses to truly become unrecognizable in the film. The movie also centers around the familial relationships between each of the characters, and thus, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask the Washington brothers what it was like working with one another on the film.
I think of it like if I was moving today, who would help break down my bed and rebuild the cabinets with me, and I would call my brother and my sister, and we came together and we worked together, and there's so much trust and love and respect between all of us that it was able to come through in the movie, I think, ultimately.
Malcom sharing there a bit how his sister also helped produce the film alongside the two. John went further, sharing,
I really didn't look at him as my brother. This is a filmmaker that I love and I'm a fan of, and I could say I was there when all y'all finally discovered him, and I support him all the way. I think he's a hell of an artist.
Malcom and John David Washington, both humble and insanely talented, took a quick break from their busy schedules to chat with us. A brief moment, but packed with insights, proving that even in a short time, they bring the same passion and authenticity that shines in their work. Overall, the film's rich atmosphere and compelling themes offer a fitting close to this year's festival, leaving the audience with much to ponder about heritage, memory, and the enduring power of art.
Nice to meet you. This is my cameraman, Ronen. He's a big fan of you on Ballers.
Oh, wow.
He loved that show so much.
Thank you. Oh, man. Wow.
Awesome. Huge fan. I love Tenet so much,
Thank
too.
you, man.
Really
Thank
confusing, but
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
great.
right.
You did an excellent job. I really enjoyed it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. And this film was excellent.
For more on how the 13th annual Montclair Film Festival went, you can visit our website at WMSCradio.com or stick around right here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair.